Good morning, everyone. Ooh, it's kind of, yeah. Anyway, welcome. Today is March the 2nd, 2026. And welcome. My name is Sharon Davies. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Thank you so much for joining me today. Greatly appreciated. Today we're going to do a basket that we did at the card class on Saturday. Yeah, so without further ado, I'm just going to see if I can, yeah, it's going to take forever to load up. Oh no, there we go. There we are. Yeah, so let's get us flipped around and I'll just show you the little basket and then we'll get started. This is going to take probably about half an hour to do, but quick and easy. So isn't this the cutest? And we have the bottom there too. So cute, cute, cute. I'm going to make a bunch of these and I'm going to send them into work with my husband at Easter time so they get their Easter treats. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm using retired paper and retired ribbon for this because I want a yellow one. So first things first is you need a piece of designer series paper that's 3.5 inches and you need to cut 16 half-inch strips. I already got 12 here, so you don't have to watch me cut them all. So I'll just cut the last 4. Now, if you're using a pattern, I would try and keep these in order. So when you go to put them on the basket, they look like they're in order. They're not mismatched. Okay, so there's my 4. And then I have a piece left over. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this down to 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And this is what's going to go onto the bottom of the basket. Okay, so we got those done. And what else do we have? I have a strip of designer series paper that's 1/2 inch, and that's going to be part of the handle. I have a strip of cardstock that is 8.5 inches, and that's going to be also the handle. I have a piece of cardstock that's 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and that's going to go onto the base. And it's going to just, the only reason I've done this is to give the base just a little bit more, I guess, security, so it doesn't mess up. I guess I have some ribbon, white ribbon, and it's called woven ribbon, and it's white, and we're going to use that to wrap around the top of the basket. I have some retired satin ribbon that is Daffodil Delight that I'm going to use because it matches, and I don't have any Daffodil Delight pieces. And then I'm using the Floral Delight stamp ink or paper because I have a lot of it left over, and I thought I need yellow. So, and then you want a really good sturdy tear and tape. Okay. So now you have your 8 1/4 by 8 1/4 piece square, and what you're going to do is you're going to score it at 5/8 of an inch. So 5/8 of an inch. So there's 1/2 inch. 5/8 is the first long line after the half. So you're going to score that. Oh, things in the way here. So I'm going to score that. Make sure I have my scoring tool, not my cutting, because it wouldn't be the first time. And then we're going to move it to 2 3/4. Okay, and then we're going to do that all the way around. Okay. I was just thinking I could have had it all pre-done and then would have shortened the video down, but nope. So I'll just let you know that my registration for my crop is opened over on my Creating Crafty events. And one more. And I only have 3 spots left. So it opened yesterday at noon and filled up quite fast. I was quite surprised. And then there we go. Okay, so we did that. So now I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to move all this out of the way so I have lots of room to work with this morning. I'm going to grab my bone folder. And I'm just going to just burnish all the score lines. So I had a good weekend. I had a class on Saturday. It was so much fun. One of the girls had to leave early because we went longer than expected because I threw in this basket as a bonus thank you for coming gift. And she had already made plans, so she had to leave early. So I hope she's watching here today. And I will post this later over on my YouTube channel. Okay, so now I've got all those done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my scissors and oops. Oh, those are and what I'm going to do is I am going to I'm going to cut these guys out. Now, you guys might think I'm crazy, but and then I'm going to cut this one down. And hope this works. Gotta remember how I did it. So all I'm doing is making a box. I'm probably doing this all backwards. You guys probably have an easier way of doing it, but this is how I think. So this is how I'm going to be doing it. This thing is driving me crazy because it's hitting my, I'm going to just switch these out because it's hitting my, my glass plate. And I just messed up. That's okay, we'll work around it. So because I messed up, I'm going to take this, we're going to cut it down a bit. But we'll make it work. And we'll cut this one down a bit. And then we'll cut this one down a bit. You'll see how this is going to go together in a second. Okay? Okay, so now we're going to take these scraps and we're going to... Okay, so on these guys here, I know they're different. You want to add tear and tape to this because this was going to, I'm going to just trim this down just a wee bit more. Just wide enough for the tear and tape to go on. Okay, and then I'm going to just take the end off, the end off, end off, and the end off. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put tear and tape on the smaller of the flaps. For now, we'll just okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make our box. So we're going to bring these little flaps in, take this off, and just bring this in. We're going to do this all the way around. So excited. Gail's coming on Thursday. Picking her up at the airport. After 2, I don't know what we're going to do. She wants to craft, so that's okay. I have a bunch of kits we have to get made up, so she will be crafting. And then, yeah. Then we're going to, I think, go get, let's see if I can get us in to get facials. Okay, so there's our little box, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our tear and tape. And I'm going to just, now you can do it however what makes you feel comfortable. I'm going to take this tear and tape and underneath the score line, I'm going to bring it all the way around. And you'll see in a moment why I'm doing this. There we go. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take tear and tape. And I'm just going to just do a strip at a time all the way around the top. And we'll just do one more. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to start from here. Oops, no we're not. We're going to take our tape and we're going to run it along the bottom. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to start at this one. I'm going to lift this up. Oops. No. Let's bring in, before I forget, let's bring in our wee strips. We're going to bring in a bone folder and we're very lightly going to give them a little curl. Sorry, I forgot about this part. This makes it easier when you go to adhere them on, and it really gives the bow look on the basket rather than putting them on straight. Oops, there's my piece for my sentiment. Put that back in the bin. Okay, so we've got those all done. Now we're going to just take off this piece, take it to the center, and I'm just going to lift this one up. Just going to take the corner off, and then we're going to take this off. Now I'm going to take one of my strands of DSP, and I'm going to line it up so it's just underneath the score line, and then I'm just going to adhere it on to the tape. Now how I did it is I'm going to do one on each end. You guys can do whatever you wish. I just find it's easier to go one on each end and then put the other two in the center. And then just it makes it easier for me to center it. So now you have your first row. So now you notice that there's glue in between, but that's okay. That will be looked after momentarily. So we're going to move on to the second side. And because we need a little piece right here, I'm just going to cut off a piece of thread. Two-way tape. So what you could do too is just put your two-way, if you wanted to, just put your two-way tape on as you're going around. But I just found it's easier for me to do it this way. But you do you and I'll do me. Okay? So then we just put this like that. And then take it up like this. And then go to the other side. And then we'll do the centerpiece. I'm just going to just flatten these out so it's easier for me to just put the box. Oops. I did this one the wrong way. Woo! You guys probably noticed it and didn't say anything to me. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, so excited about the crop. Oh my gosh. We have so much planned for you guys that are coming. I want to thank the new girls that had registered. Really appreciate it. And thank you to the girls that referred them. Woohoo. It's always nice. And we're doing something a little bit different at this one. Yeah, so I'm just going to talk to the girls, my girls, to see if we could do it. And I'm so excited. Oh. So this is, I even think that kids could do this basket too. So if you're interested in doing like an Easter class for your kiddos, this would be so cute too. I would think you would have to just make sure everything's all cut up beforehand, just to help them out a bit. Because I'm thinking the cutting might be too much. Okay, so now we're on the last bit here. So I'm just going to take this off. I'm going to put another strand because I have to do two. It'd be easier just to do this. Okay. And then we'll do one more. Actually, two more. And then this right here. Okay, so now we have all those on there. So what we want to do now is just go make sure they're nice and secure. And we are going to go and bring this flap, the top flap, and we are going to, bring it on down over top like that. Then it gives it a little bit, keeps it a little bit more secure, and they won't, and it finishes off the basket too. So you could probably sit down and whip these off in no time if you have everything all made up ahead of time. And There we go. So now we have the basket all done. I'm just going to get rid of this scrap here. Now this is what I've done, but it's your card. You can do however you wish. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my two-way tape. There we go. And I'm going to start in the center, right here. And I'm going to take this all the way around. And then bring it to the center. It's going to be a little bit overlapped, I'm thinking. That's okay. Oops. Okay, so now let's bring in our ribbon and let's take off the backing. And I'm going to start and put my ribbon right here, and I'm going to make sure that it's going to go on to the two-way tape. And the reason why I'm doing this is to keep the ribbon in place. I mean, if you feel like you can put it on without it moving, that's fine too, but I just like to keep everything in place. And there we go. Oh dear, I messed up. Forget what I just said. Let's take the ribbon off. This is not good. Take the ribbon off. I forgot the handle. My goodness. And I'm just going to put some glue onto the solid piece of cardstock. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. At least I caught it. Like, we didn't get too far. And then we're going to add our strip of Designer Series paper onto our strip of cardstock. And it is a little bit longer, but that's no worries. That's what we have scissors for. I'm just going to snip that. I'm just going to give it a little bit of, just break down a wee bit of the fibers. And I am going to put the handle on. Where does it start? So we're going to put the handle here. And how I did it to the handle is I basically put it in between the two strips like that. Okay, so now we may have to put a little bit. No, I'm not going to. I don't think I will. I think there's enough. And then we're just going to, there we go, bring it around. I apologize for the mess up there. And then we're going to bring it all of it like that and trim that back like that. Now I'm going to bring, where is it? My bow maker. Here it is. And I'm going to, hopefully I have enough ribbon for this. I'll have a whole roll. So I'm going to just do one. Oops. I'm gonna make a couple bows. 1, 2. So if you're interested in coming to the craft, just messenger me, private messenger me, and I will send you the registration form. It's a 2-day event. It's Friday, June the 26th from 3 until 9, and then on the Saturday from 9 until 9. There's a food option. If you want to have the food, we're having Friday's called No Frills Friday. You basically show up, set up. We don't do anything. We'll welcome you at the door, take you to your seat, that sort of stuff. And then on the Saturday when you come, that's when all the fun begins. Just a saying. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is bring in a sentiment and a little label. And this label here is going to go right over top of the, where the ribbon joined. And I'm going to grab my, and this one says Hello Spring. And I'm going to grab my embellishments. Where are they? The Easter egg ones. And I don't think I put them away. I have no idea. Oh, here they are. And I am going to just put a couple of, I'm going to go with the blue. I'm going to put one here and one here. And I'm going to grab my dimensionals, the mini ones. Yeah, got some mini ones here. What are the mini ones? Oh, I'm just going to grab a strip. Put a strip on the top. These are probably from a paper pumpkin or from a card kit that I had left over. And then we're going to add this. This is now the front of the card, of the basket. So we did that. And I'm going to move these guys out of the way, and I'm going to grab my glue dots, which are on the table. They were, oh yeah, they're there. Some glue dots. I'm just going to roll these up and put them on the back side of the bows. And then we're just going to put these guys, oops, right on the side like that. So this would be a good way to use up designer series paper that you have, ribbon that's you have that's retired. And so now we have to do the bottom piece. I'm just going to put this away before I lose them. And so now what you want to do is grab your glue. So now I'm going to do the same on the bottom of that. I'm going to keep it, even though, yeah, I kept everything the same. So I'm just going to do the same thing with this. On the other baskets, what I did is I did the reversed, only on one. I used the blue basket, this one here. I used the product of the month, I think back in January. So now I just glued that onto there. Now this is going to go onto there. So it's going to hide all this. Plus it's going to give that a little bit more secure on the bottom of the basket. So when you go to fill up your basket, the bottom's not going to fall out. I don't think it'll fall out anyway, but just in case. The stuff that I'm going to stuff in mine, it might be, yeah. Who knows? Okay. Going to just take the backings off. Oops, come on. And those on. And there we have this cute little Easter basket. And I put grass in there. I think, here, I'll just show you this one. This is the one that we did at the class. So then we just filled it up with grass. And then you can put your eggs and everything like that into it. So cute. There you have it. So all the instructions and measurements will be over on my YouTube channel by the end of the week. I'm still working on last week's. Life gets in the way, and anyway, so look. So those are the cute little baskets. This one here, I didn't put anything on it. This one here, I put 2 bows on it. This one here, I put 2 bows and the sentiment. So you can finish it off any which way you like. And I did a green one too, but I haven't finished. And this one's cute too, the green one. And then I just finished off using the bows on the side. And then, like I said, they're gonna put, we'll put some crinkly material on the inside, and then fill up, like we were at Costco yesterday, so we bought a big thing of chocolate, and then Rick will deliver them. I may even put them in a bag. If you know me, I like to dress them up and add ribbon and all that sort of stuff. So probably that will happen. Okay, I think that's it for today. Tomorrow we are going to be making cards using the Easter Joy Easter Basket Bundle. So this is from the Easter Basket Bundle, as are the embellishments. But yeah. And I don't have, I ran out of all this ribbon. I can't believe I had to order some more. So if you have any questions, please let me know. If not, I shall see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. And I want to thank you so much for joining me. Greatly appreciate it. And let's just hope that there's peace in the world really soon. Okay. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you joining me. And we'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.